Hi everyone, welcome back to another gameplay of Infinitode the 2. So welcome to this tips and tricks video. I'm gonna discuss with you guys today two new tricks that I've been able to learn thanks to Alex B. Soul. It's a fellow player and YouTuber. These tricks, so I'm gonna just show you the first one is gonna be regarding green papers, and the second one is gonna be regarding a longer strategy on 6.3. Now, this first trick, I didn't even know that it existed because it just exploits the selling value of different items. So you can see that every item here, especially blueprints, is going to have a certain cost, all right? And also the common blueprints are going to have a certain value when you sell them, right? So depending on how many you sell, you can gain some green papers back. Now, you can exploit this by just taking a look at the fact that you can also craft both the special blueprints, and also you can craft the blueprint chest where you can obtain the common blueprints. All right, so now just take a look at this. One special 4 blueprint, so the legendary one, is gonna sell for 15,000 green papers. Instead, the epic special blueprint is gonna sell for 6.5. Now, if you consider the fact that you can actually use 4 of these blueprints with 11.2 thousand green papers to craft one legendary, you can already see that you're losing a ton of green papers, because you're gonna need actually 4 of this that would sell already for 26,000 green papers, plus you're gonna need to use 11.2 thousand green papers, so that makes the value go up to 37,000. Just for one of these blueprints that sell instead only for 15,000. So you're gonna end up losing more than 22,000 green papers if you do this. But now what happens if you do the opposite process? If you do the opposite process, you can actually craft one legendary blueprint into one epic one using 2200 green papers, but you not only get one epic blueprint, you get 3. So by just crafting one of these legendary ones into the epic ones, you can actually get 3. So what's the end point? You end up gaining 3 of these blueprints, right, that are gonna sell for 19.5 thousand green papers, compared to a single one of these that sells for 15,000. So you can see already that you have gained something. If you consider as well the cost of crafting, that it's 2200 based on my research. Remember that here there is this research that's gonna reduce the cost of crafting. So this is gonna be something very important that you wanna have if you wanna exploit this. So even considering this 2200 cost that you're gonna need for crafting, you can still gain around 2.3 thousand green papers for each legendary blueprint that you craft into the epic one, right? So of course, in this case, I have almost 500, all right? So that should be roughly 100,000 extra green papers that I can earn just with this process. But it's not over that yet, because then you can actually use these special 3 blueprints, so the epic ones, to craft the blueprint chests. And now when you do this process, all right, so remember, one of these ones is gonna sell for 6,500. If you instead use one of these ones to craft one blueprint chest, and you then open it, see this one, you're gonna have 3 common blueprints inside. Now the number of these that you get is gonna always be around 125. Sometimes it's going to be slightly higher, sometimes slightly lower. So the mean amount is around 125. But if you look at the cost here, each one of them sells for 300. But if you consider all 125, right, because remember, that's the mean amount that you're going to get, see that you actually can sell them for 37.5 thousand. So again, we're comparing 6.5 thousand to 37.5 thousand, and this crafting costs 0 green papers. There are no green peppers involved in doing this. So that's a huge power spike, and that's a huge extra value that you obtain when you craft this blueprint chest, and you then sell these common blueprints rather than selling them directly like this. So if we consider all of this together, we can do this now. You can craft, you can use as many of these special one blueprints, so the rare ones, to craft to get one special 2, right? So the very rare, and it's gonna cost only 375 each. So like you're using 375 green peppers, so that you get 4 of this into one of these ones, and then you can actually craft and use 4 of the special 2, the very rare ones, into the epic ones. Again, just to maximize how many of these special 3 you can get, so you can craft as many of these special blueprints as possible. And that's just a trick, because of the fact that yes, you're gonna end up losing some green peppers in the process, because of course you're gonna need to craft all the special 4 into special 3. That's gonna be a cost in terms of green peppers. Then you're gonna need to craft all the special 1 into special 3. That's gonna be another cost. And then of course all the special 2 into special 3. And that's gonna be another cost in green peppers. But then you can use all those special 3s to get as many of these blueprints as possible, of these chests, right? And then you open the chest and you're gonna get a huge amount of extra green peppers. So at the end of the day, you always gain, and you're gonna gain so many green peppers that you repay abundantly the cost of the crafting, and you get a lot more. So yeah, that's just it. All right, and that's the trick of green peppers. You're free. Feel free to try it out and to find out how many more green peppers you can sell, and you can obtain by selling. And let me know how many were you able to get. And now the second trick is regarding 6.3 and regarding a longer strategy that I believe is the best and the safest bet before you, if you have your root frequency lower than level 90. Now this trick works especially good on 6.3 if you have rarity tickets on. So if you have some of these rarity tickets active, and therefore you can increase the rarity of the loot by an extra 50%. If you don't have this one, then yeah, the value of using this strategy loses. It's not that good anymore, but you can still use it if you want to go FAK, because this waiting strategy, I'm gonna just show you here the most basics and the most important things, but it's just very simple. You just need to place something. It can be towers, it can be platforms, on these 2 platforms in the center, on this one and on this one. That's it. So those are all the platforms and all the towers that you're gonna need to place to force the boss the long way around. Remember, you're trying to make the path that the boss is gonna follow as long as possible, so that you can delay the boss reaching your base. Remember that the higher your game time becomes, the more rare the loot becomes. So that's why this strategy works especially well when you have some rarity tickets active. And now the actual strategy depends heavily on your core. Like, it doesn't really depend much on your research, and that's why it's so good when you don't have that much research, or if you have just started playing 6.3 or Endless, and you have already reset the quest twice, you have unlocked your loot frequency, but maybe might be level 5, level 10, or whatever. So the first upgrade you're gonna go is gonna be this one, enemy speed reduction, because based on my tests, this upgrade here is gonna actually reduce the speed of the boss. I know that I've said otherwise in some other videos, but this is actually true. It slows down. So you, once again, by slowing the boss down, you give yourself more time so that you can get your loot to become better. Yes, of course, it's better, right? So a more rare loot means a better loot in terms of legendary, epic items, and so on. So that's the very first thing you're gonna get. Then you can go for these coins per minute. That is gonna add some more to what you might have. But again, I repeat, having good research, if you're using this strategy, is not important. Like, it's not gonna be a key factor. But yeah, the extra coins, you know, per minute is gonna give you some additional coins that might be useful. So why not? And now after this, so after you spend these 2 points for enemy speed and this 1 point for coins per minute, you can literally go AFK. You don't have to follow the game closely. You don't have to get all the other upgrades like as soon as you get them. It's not important. You can literally just leave the game open, or either on your mobile phone, on your tablet, on the computer, anything. Just leave them open. Every now and then give it a look. And when you see the boss reaching this last scalar miner, that's the about time when you wanna start, you know, getting all the core and placing your miner to get the to get your infer, right? You're gonna go for an infer strategy, so you're gonna need to actually place double a mining speed modifier right here, and here. But yeah, you can literally go AFK. You don't have to follow the game closely now, because you have already set up the game. You have this one active, you have this one, and that's all you need. Then the second very important tip, if you're using this strategy, is that actually going for flat coins is a lot better than going for coins per minute. These 15,000 flat coins that you can obtain are so much more valuable than these coins per minute you can obtain. You end up getting more coins with this than with these ones, even at level 3. So that's why it's much better to go for the flat coins. And then of course, so you're gonna max here all these left 3 of the core. So this one and this one. Then you're gonna go for the right one. So this one, and the extra mining speed. And the cool thing about getting this flat 15,000 coins is that you can actually have enough coins to max this extra mining speed from the core, to place an infer and to upgrade it at least level 4 or 5, and still to place a splash, to place your 2 mining speed modifiers, and to get your splash leveled up to level like 6 and 7. That's just how much and how important, you know, these 15,000 coins are. You can get all those upgrades for free. And again, I repeat, you don't need to have that much research. Of course, some more research is gonna help. Like if your towers are gonna cost less, you can upgrade them for less coins. You can upgrade your miners a little bit more. You have more infer mining speed, modifier mining speed. All these things help. And like if your splash also is stronger, but are not like 100% needed. So that's the cool thing. And yeah, that's it. So because once you can remember these 4 platforms, then you make the boss to move slower, you get just 1 level of coins per minute, and then you just wait until the boss is close to this color miner. You can, if you have your infer mining speed, it's pretty high, you can wait even more. Like for example, I just wait until the boss head is around this platform. But if you don't have that much speed, then you might try to go a little bit sooner, so that way you can really maximize and you can just get all the loot. Yeah, then going for the left branch, flat coins, right branch, and then you should have enough time to even get the additional experience multiplier, so you can make your splash level up a little bit faster. And that's it, because that's the longest strategy. Like, I'm not gonna go through all the gameplay here, because this video was just to explain the trick and how to use it. But feel free to use it, to try it out. And again, as I said before, this works especially well when you have rarity tickets active, and or like when you don't really have enough time to follow the game or to play a lot of time. Like for example, the shorter runs, like you're gonna need to be constantly following your phone or following the computer, you know, doing stuff, placing, upgrading, then ending the game and repeating. Instead, with this strategy, you can just leave everything by itself. You know, the game is gonna just continue by itself. Just remember to place your miner before it's too late, because otherwise, well, you're gonna just lose the loot. But that's it. And you can see here the in-game time, you know, continuing on, and try to wait at least until like 44 minutes, 45 minutes. If you can wait any a little bit longer, then that's better. But yeah, around 44-45 minutes of in-game time should be enough for you to like place your miner and upgrade it. And yeah, you can, like, the platforms or the towers you place at the very beginning, especially the bottom ones, you can then sell them up, because of the fact that as soon as the boss spawns, then it's gonna follow the setup path, so you cannot cut short anymore to the platforms, like even if you sell the towers. And so yeah, you can then place your modifiers here, you can place your splash, right? Splash is gonna be the only tower needed here. And yeah, so that's pretty much the longer strategy here on 6.3. And this works, as I said before, if you have your loot frequency below level 95, I would say 90, 95, and if you have rarity tickets on, or if you just don't have enough time to follow the game and you're gonna just go FAK and you're gonna just leave it open so you can still gain some resources even if you're not actually playing. So yeah, that's it, guys. So I hope you enjoyed. Thanks for watching and see ya. Bye bye.